You already know what secure attachment looks like. You have probably seen it in someone else's relationship and thought, that is different. No anxiety underneath, no walls, just two people who seem to actually trust each other, and you want that. But if you have spent any time reading about this, you have probably also gotten the impression that secure attachment is something you either grew up with or you didn't. That impression is wrong, and that is what this video is about. Most people believe that secure attachment is a personality type, that it comes from the right childhood, the right early experiences. And if those things didn't happen for you, you are managing a deficit. That belief is why so many people focus all their energy on finding a secure partner rather than becoming one themselves. As if security is something you catch from the right relationship. It is not. Psychologists call it earned security. It is real, it is studied, and people who grew up with anxious or avoidant patterns develop it all the time. Not by finding a perfect relationship, by changing specific things about how they respond, one moment at a time. There are 3 of those things we want to walk you through today. You've probably caught yourself mid-spiral and thought, I know this isn't rational. I know my partner is probably fine, but I cannot stop. That noticing, that split second where you see yourself doing the thing, that is actually the beginning of this. Secure attachment does not mean you stop getting triggered. It means you start catching the trigger before it takes over. The first shift is learning to name what is happening in real time, not the next morning, in the moment before you react. Something like, I am feeling dismissed right now, or my chest just tightened and I want to pull away. You do not have to fix it in that second. You just have to see it. You cannot change a reaction you have already had. You can only change one you see coming. This is the one that feels hardest when you have been hurt before. Anxious attachment rushes toward the worst interpretation. Your partner is quiet and your brain immediately starts building a case. Avoidant attachment does the same thing in reverse. Closeness starts to feel like pressure and you pull back before anything has even happened. Secure people are not immune to these thoughts, but they have one habit that changes everything. When something feels off, their first move is curiosity instead of conclusion. They think, I wonder what is going on for them right now. Not, here is what this means about us. That is a choice, and it gets easier the more deliberately you make it. Next time your brain rushes toward a verdict, pause long enough to ask a question instead of reaching one. Most people save their vulnerability for when the relationship is already in crisis. When things are good, the walls come back up. That is backwards. Security doesn't get built in the big moments. It gets built in the 10-second moments that happen every single day. When your partner says something kind and you let it in instead of brushing it off. When something is bothering you and you say so before it becomes a fight. When you notice your partner reaching toward you and you reach back. Those moments feel small. They are not. What you are doing each time is giving your nervous system new data, teaching it, slowly and repeatedly, that connection is safe. That is what earned security actually looks like, not a breakthrough, a pattern of small choices made consistently. So back to what we said at the start. You have seen what secure attachment looks like in other people and you want it. It is not out of reach, catching the moment before the reaction, choosing curiosity over conclusion, building trust in the small, consistent moments. These are learnable. They do not require a perfect relationship to practice. They require a willing one. We have a full series of guides built around this, one for each attachment style: anxious, avoidant, disorganized, and secure. Each one helps you map exactly where your patterns are coming from and gives you a concrete path toward earned security. And if your partner wants to understand their side of it, there is a partner's guide for each style too. Links are all in the description. We put one of these out every week. If it helped, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. There is also a free guide in the description, a good place to start.